Hey everyone, this is Mickey. I'll keep this concise. Due to the nature of this game's speedrun, I myself won't be doing much in the way of commentary, and because of this, Teaminator64, who previously showcased Viewtiful Joe during GDQ 2014, will be taking up the mantle instead. Before I pass the proverbial torch, however, there's one more disclaimer we need to make. Today we'll be running this on Kids difficulty, primarily because we're avid believers of keeping in touch with our inner child, with the cherry on top being that this difficulty is not only faster, but also more stylish than the other ones for reasons that be. So without further ado, I'd like to hear from Tech Team where everything's ready, and once we get the confirmation, we'll start the countdown after I say go. Alright, so 3, oh wait, sorry, 1 second.
Am I good to go too? Gonna make sure I'm clear. Exciting. Hopefully.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Alright, so 3, 2, 1, go.
Kids mode. Oh my gosh, exciting, right? So Papa T-Man's here to explain what's going on. Kids mode in particular is chosen for one very specific reason. We'll dive into that once Mickey hits chapter 1-2. But for the time being, I'll try to explain what's going on screen. Chapter 1's a little bit slow, but we'll dive right in. The way this game works, Joe's going to focus on dodging. There's no blocking in this game unless you want to block with your face. So you dodge low and you dodge high. Mickey's going to tap this enemy 3 times and move right forward. And movement for chapter 1-1 is based on uppercut and sweep canceling. It's actually faster than walking forward, interestingly enough. Don't know why, but it works well, so I'm not going to complain. When an enemy's dizzy in this game from dodging an attack, you get free hits, you get a chance to build points, and as soon as you'll find out here, once we get our hands on our first power, well, it leads to a pretty high score and some launching moves too. First fight with Captain Blue is pretty straightforward. Mickey's going to go 2, 2, 3, and then 2, like so. And we'll get our first power. So we get slow. Here's the deal with slow. You dodge an attack, enemy becomes dizzy, and you put him in a rock-on mode, which is that little reticle there, right? That gives you the option to launch an enemy vertically, horizontally, or diagonally. And in this game, you don't want to be using slow very much because it's, in fact, slower. But, as you can see here, gets you a lot of damage against our good guy, Joker. Part of the luck factor in this game is going to be slots. So slot machines get you the keys to move on, and they also get you money. In this case, Mickey wants both. We'll grab that first key, grab the money, dive through the door, and move right forward with his hilariously awkward movement of uppercut sweep canceling. For these cowboys, fun fact, when their gun shines pink, you can hit slow and force them to shoot you immediately. It gives you the chance to reflect a bullet with slow. And as you saw with, well, Mickey using the chandelier there to knock out the rest of the enemies, you can use rock on mode and take them out instantly. For this upcoming section, these green guys are going to show up. They're called Verties. Verties are bad, and they should feel bad. They've ruined many a run. And judging by that sound, I'm guessing they're not cooperating with them right now. They'll drop missiles all over the place and ruin your tech. We don't like Verties. They're not very cool. But regardless, no big deal. Hit the lever, get the chandelier to fall, damage boost to the left-hand side, and move on. Nothing really spectacular for the beginning of this chapter, except for the fantastic wave dashing. If you wouldn't even call that wave dashing, I don't know. And from here, what Mickey's going to do is he's going to use the chandeliers to take out these 2 weak ballerinas. And he'll just keep doing that over and over again. Easy peasy, not a problem. And he'll do it till the last set comes in and grabs a key, and then we'll move on to the chopper. And I'll go silent for Mickey here for this next part. Okay, so with bullets in this game, 3 bullet, oh, close. So normally you can actually wipe out this chopper with a single cycle. In this circumstance, if you miss, it's not a big deal. You can get a 2 cycle in there. It saves about 15 seconds if you land the hit. But otherwise, good fight though, good stuff. So now that chapter 1-1 is done, the hop, 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 hop That's going to stop off a bit. We're going to go ahead and pick up Slide. Slide and a set of boomerangs, and that's going to be Mickey's main movement in this game, all right? And sliding is going to get pretty silly once you get your hands on a power coming up here. So what he'll do first is he'll use slow to increase the size of this drop so it could fall on the switch, so it can open a door at the end of this section, and we'll jump over some barrels. Gonna Donkey Kong our way through this one. Okay, very nice. And now we're gonna fight Captain Blue again. Take out with a boomerang. Fun fact, boomerangs are broken in this game. And now we get our hands on Mach Speed, and now the game starts. So Mach Speed, the way this works, increases your animations, increases the speed of your animations, and allows you to move a little bit on the fast side of things. Also, when you hit an object long enough, you get a fire aura, which allows you to set things on fire, and you have after images that come up that destroy boxes in the background and the foreground. It's fantastic. And in this case, Mickey's going to get to the bottom of these stairs, and he'll use that fire aura to keep the dream alive by lighting them up with Mach Speed, and he'll light them all up. Like so. Like so. And almost, and we're good. Now we'll go deal with Charles III. So I'm going to be silent for Mickey. I know he's going to need silence for this fight. It's very tricky. He could be kind of a pain in the butt, so I'll give him a little bit of time. Okay, so when I said it was a tricky fight, I may have been exaggerating a bit, okay? So I will say once again that boomerangs are utterly broken in this game. They are ridiculous. But they get the job done, and that's what matters. So, going into chapter 2-1, we're going to be using a lot more slide in this case, and that's going to be Mickey's main, once again, form of movement. He's going to use slow to force the cowboys to take a shot at him. Easy peasy, not a problem. Take out these two. And we're going to go with Captain Blue one more time. So hopefully he cooperates. Looks like he didn't for the beginning there. That's okay. Unfortunate luck on that one. That's fine. So zoom. The first is punching, Red Hot 100. That's going to be Mickey's main damage dealer outside of boomerangs. The kicking, I'm going to call that the circle of life because it keeps you invulnerable for projectiles, fire, lightning. You have the jumping vortex and the zoom in stomp. And that's where, that's Mickey's main damage dealer and main movement options in this case. For the sewer section, your best option is to keep an eye. I know there's a lot of blurring effects going on, but keep an eye on sewer water locations and just generally knowing where the spawns are. And you can use that spin kick, as I mentioned, to get through the lasers without getting touched. And he'll use slow to use the lightning to open this door, call it a day, and then deal with Captain Meme Lord of the Joker again. See if he decides to cooperate, and he did. Very nice. And he'll do now a set of slots that require zoom, typically. You can, if you pay attention, you can see them yourself without using zoom. Also, using the standard punching and kicking is a little bit faster than using Red Hot 100. So Mickey will do that, and decent luck with the slots. You can't really do much about that, but very nice, though. For this next section, he's got 8 enemies to take out. He's got some basic Bianchis, the white dudes that pop out in the beginning, and more birdies, which, again, are fantastic enemies that don't annoy me. Definitely don't annoy me. Beautiful. He's got more Bianchis to take out, and then 2 pink Rosettas to deal with. And they're just sitting there being sassy, and Mickey's not having any of that. Like, no sass for you. And he's going to jump on the hood in this van on the left-hand side. Now, what this will do is spawn the bus that you need to take. You need to boost this bus across a gap. Mickey found this one, actually. And In this case, a crash, that's not a problem. That is something that happens more common than you might think. I actually asked Kamiya about how to make the bus more consistent, and he responded to me on Twitter by saying, use more slow to get more boost. I don't really know what I expected from that, but it was an honest answer. You sure? No, keep trucking. You're good. Keep going. You're good. Do the thing. Keep going. I believe in you. You'll be fine. So, for these Hinds, Mickey's going to go ahead and use a strategy, in this case, for basically pumping slow while using Red Hot 100. And in this case, it cranks out a lot of damage against these choppers. And so a little bit of a backup strategy here. And what Mickey will do in this case is he'll buy one set of boomerangs and one set of bombs for this next section. So the money's going to be a little bit different in this case. This is going to be a backup strategy, but that's okay.
I'm going to reset though. So.
Get it.
Because it's right at the beginning of the chapter here.
Okay. Is it for chapter 2? Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. So while we wait, chat, I do promise you that is a real story. I just don't have a Twitter anymore to prove it. So, you know, take my word for it. If I were you, I would believe strangers on the internet. That's just me, though. So, moving into 2-2. So what Mickey needed to happen was that bus has 40 bombs and 40 boomerangs underneath it. The bus has to cross because that's his inventory for the entire game. So without that, he can't do some tricks coming up here. And the trick you just saw there was basically skipping the chandelier drop. So you drop 2 gems, and instead of having to go up and knock down the chandelier, you can immediately get them with boomerangs. And that was also the bathtub skip, where you hold slow, and for some reason the bathtub actually goes lower on screen, and you could jump over it by simply holding slow. It's very silly. But, and in this case, you're just using a lot of Red Hot 100 to knock these guys out. Easy peasy, no slow needed, unless you absolutely want to knock the ballerinas out in one shot. Very nice. And we'll grab this key from this gentleman. And this next part's going to be some movement tech with the Shocking Pink. So, what Mickey's going to do is throw out a Shocking Pink in the beginning and knock out this first wall. The second wall, he's going to jump in the air. He's going to hold slow and kick it so he doesn't recoil. And then use a trick called Fast Fuse, which allows you to pull out a Shocking Pink, you tap Mach Speed, and the bomb will explode at your feet rather than kicking it out. And then he'll kick above the third wall so he doesn't recoil from tapping it normally. Very nice, very nice. Good stuff, easy peasy. We'll dive right in the next elevator. We'll take out these Bianchis, and then we'll take out the Cowboy once again. Excuse me, the football players, and then the Cowboy. I'm sorry, hand egg football? I don't know, I gotta be, you know, I gotta get the worldwide description of that in there, I don't know. Anyway, you hit the switch, you call it a day. Good to go deal with Joker again, deal with the slots, and we're good to go. Very nice. And pretty decent slots so far. Good deal. And then we'll go ahead and just speed right through this last portion, break open a tub with the Zoom Stomp, take out this Rosetta holding the key, and we're good to go. Ah, beautiful. Or should I say, it was good. It was good. So, the second boss of this game is Hulk Davidson. Now, you guys saw that you used boomerangs against Charles the Nerd. Charles the Third. And with Hulk, if you had to guess, what do you think you got to do? I would guess throw boomerangs at him. And you would be correct in that case. Boomerangs are still broken. They stun lock and they do obscene damage. And what Mickey's going to do is throw out a fast boomerang, use slow and zoom, and it'll stack all the damage here. And he's done. Easy peasy. GG. Cool deal. Nice job. Nice job. So for Chapter 3, Mickey's going to go ahead and get the VFX turbocharger. And if you can, sometimes money can be a little sketchy depending on whether or not you take a hit in Chapter 2. In this case, he needs 30K. And from the looks of it, a little short. That's okay. So you can get it on Chapter 3-2. So for Chapter 3-1, if you want to do the donation deal, by all means, feel free, because this section is basically memorize spawn and use bullets to take down enemies. This is the shoot-up section that Kamiya puts in. Kamiya. Oh, man, I'm going to get ripped apart for that one. Anyway. Puts in every one of his games nowadays. So feel free to do the donation deal.
All right, then. We have a $100 donation from French Toast, who says, to all the people working in medical professions, essential workers, delivery drivers, and to everyone making CRDQ happen and donating to Direct Relief and promoting the event, everyone loves a hero. Everyone loves you. We also have a $25 donation from Leroy Octopus, who said, had to donate during my favorite game. Henshin a go-go, baby. We have a $50 donation from Feel the Chi, who says, Mickey, the bus! Get to the bus! we have a $25 donation from Allie, who says, my mom is a nurse. Thanks for doing this. We have a $25 donation from Ram, who says, much love to everyone on the front lines helping us get through this pandemic, and much love to you guys for putting on this event. Let's go. We have a $50 donation from Frankie, who says, glad to support my favorite fundraising group. Thanks for all you do and giving something fun for my family to watch at home. Let's see here. Let's get some more donations loaded up while the rest of the six machine section is going. Let's see.
Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I was just going to say, $10 donation from Devil's Fan, who says, first time ever donating. We're going to get through this together, everyone. Keep it up, GDQ. P.S. Is it time for the Sunshine Run yet?
And for this fight, using explosive damage is ridiculous in this game. It's no different on Ultra V rated or Kids mode. It doesn't matter what difficulty it is. But flew right through that. Very well done for 3-1. And now Mickey's going to go ahead and get the turbocharger. One thing I probably should have mentioned is, this a lot earlier, Kids mode. The reason why Kids mode is is your rate at using VFX meter. So the VFX meter at the top of the screen is cut in half on Kids mode specifically, okay? So what that means is you can use Mach speed way more often than you could on any other difficulty. So Kids mode will always have the deal where you have weaker enemies, lower HP, yada, yada, yada. The usual stuff of character action games, but the key thing here is going to be meter. So this gives Mickey the opportunity to run around and do some crazy stuff that you're seeing here and, you know, the blur effects all over the screen. And in this case, just knocking out a lot of enemies, nothing spectacular. But Ultra V rated is a drastically different run than this. And this gives you an opportunity to check out, you know, how fast this game really can be. So Mickey didn't use Mach speed there for this platform because if he uses it, what's going to end up happening is it'll simply rise on its own. So you need to kind of do it slowly and slide across the ground slowly. And it'll just take out these Bianchis like nothing and call it a day. Now, Mickey found this trick out. This is a pretty cool one. You throw a boomerang at these guards. You got to take out 2 of them, get in the next room. For that second guard, the boomerang will actually spin back and take out the third guard you need to knock out. So that's a 2-for-1 deal. It's pretty cool. And he's got one more set of slots to deal with Captain Meme Lord Joker. And he will grab the key card he needs here for the underwater slots. Runners do not use Sylvia because her damage output is significantly lower than all the other characters, just to throw that out there. So, and by runners, I mean me and Mickey. And like somebody like Mecha Yatori, who also plays this game, who's another person you should definitely go follow, by the way. But otherwise, speed right through this, call it a day. And now we're going to deal with Grand Bruce. Grand Bruce is a... hit him hard with Red Hot 100 initially, and then he'll throw a boomerang at him. And this is a good opportunity to explain Red Hot 100 canceling. I was not aware of this in 2014, that you can actually do this, but apparently you can, and it's extremely strong. So what you do is, while Red Hot 100 is going, as long as you're standing, as long as your feet are actually on the ground or on top of an object, you can tap down on your D-pad or on your joystick, and you can cancel immediately after the first punch lands for Red Hot 100. So what that means is you get the speed of only throwing out the first punch, but you get the full power of Red Hot 100, which is insane. It's ridiculously strong. I can't believe I missed that, and I feel very silly, but it was a good catch by Utori, I believe, and then Mickey also started using it, and I could see it for yourself. But yes, for Chapter 3, For Chapter 4, what you're going to do is you're going to skip this whole section, because playing Chapter 4 is for nerds. We don't want to do that. So we're going to go ahead and just jump right on over the torpedo launcher. Mickey's going to speed right through. Very nice run of that, by the way. Oh, my goodness. Using invincibility and damage boosting, basically, to get his way through with Mach. So can't really do that on any other difficulty. For another Joe, if you're playing this game normally, or if you're playing it from a speedrun standpoint, the key to victory is to pressure another Joe. It's these electrical floors that Mickey's over right now. As long as you stay over the electric floor, you will keep Joe on the same side of the arena that you want him to be in. So meaning that he'll always stay near you. So the best way to deal with him is to simply pressure him, and he can't do anything. So the key to victory is bullying in this case. So just bully another Joe, just knock him out, get rid of him. And for this part, I'll let Mickey speak for himself on this one. Very nice. Good escape. Good stuff, man. So Chapter 4 is all wrapped up. For Chapter 5. So Mickey's going to buy a set of boomerangs. He's going to buy Red Hot Kick and Mach Speed Level 2 in this case. And Mach Speed Level 2 is going to be mostly for Chapter 7 down the line, boomerangs to restash a bit, and then Red Hot Kick for some movement options. So, this is going to be a case of using Rock On mode to get the most out of your damage. So what you're going to do is you're going to dodge an enemy, dodge Bianchi, and force him into Rock On mode and use Slow Zoom to stack all the damage against him, and then use a bullet to finish it off. Very quick takedown. And for the Harrier here, Mickey's going to use the Fast Fuse deal, so having the bomb explode at his feet along with the Red Hot 100 canceling. Unfortunately, the Harrier doesn't always like to play nice. Very nice fight, though. He'll pick up the key and drop right into the sewer. The sewer this time is like from Chapter 2, except now it's filled with lava because, I don't know. And he's going to go ahead and damage boost his way through lava. For this next section, he's going to throw a Shocking Pink to the left-hand side of the wall and give himself a Fire Aura, and then he's going to be able to speed through the lava without getting a hit. So he still can get hit by those fire streams, but lava won't hurt him. Very nice run. Good stuff. Now, you could deal with Joker, or you could just throw a bomb into the area you need to and get rid of him, and just that's Joker's home now. So that's it. So, you know, whatever. Enjoy your new place, Joker. Now this next section, unfortunately, this is where spawns can come into play. So not really having a good feel on how the spawns work. You're unfortunately at the mercy of when the enemies will come out. But Mickey took him out pretty quickly. He had a pretty decent spawn. And what he'll do is he'll take these big yellow guys, Yembi I believe they are, and put them under explosives for an instant takedown. And Mickey's going to stand at a very specific spot to set himself up for the second Harrier. Very nice. And then it'll turn around and he can take it out like you would normally if the Harrier cooperates, which again, sometimes it doesn't, but looking good. And now we got another tank. So we're going to go ahead and do a dodge. We'll do the slow zoom Red Hot 100 into the tank along with the bullet. And for this Harrier, since it looks like he only got one Bianchi on spawn, he'll do a dodge. Pull up, rock on. And then he'll do a follow-up vortex spin to keep the combo going. So when you hold slow in this game, it's basically holding your combo, so to speak. Oh, look at that spin kick. Stylish. And he'll hop on the train and call it a day. Easy peasy. 5-1. 5-2, I'm going to let this speak for itself. I think that's the best way to go about it. A little slow-paced, so just, you know, just roll with it.
Going to be okay to get a few quick donations in here?
Oh, yeah.
All right, we have a $50 donation from Nioro, who says, I would like to give a shout out to this run from the RE7 and DVD communities. Knock 'em flat as a pancake, Mickey. We also have a $50 donation from Questlow, who says, watch some speedruns while coding for the Ludum Dare Game Jam. Perfect combo. Love you all, guys. Keep up the good spirit. Want to see some demon heads explode. We also have a $50 donation from Dude X Machina, which is a very good name. He's like, good morning from Minnesota. I work in logistics, and we've been moving a lot of shipments to support hospitals and PPE production for this crisis. Thank you to GDQ and the runners for your part to help in this crisis.
Right on. Super slow part, I know. Kind of boring to watch, I understand. But this next fight will be Alistair. This is Joe's rival in this game. Also with awesome music. But Mickey will knock him into the lava, get some quick damage and a free stun. We'll use Red Hot Kick, and then he'll follow up with 2 boomerangs, basically. Look at that sweet, sweet victory right there. Yes, indeedy. Hey. Good ranking, Mickey. Good stuff. All right, Chapter 6. Like any Capcom game, the boss rush mode. So we got Charles the Nerd, Charles III, sorry. Charles III, quick takedown with some boomerangs. We got Hulk Davidson, Grand Bruce, and another Joe. Slight variations on the levels here, but just as quick, just about as quick. A little bit more HP to chip through, but not a big deal. For Hulk Davidson, Mickey did that where he turns around to throw a boomerang, so he'll spin back the moment the fight starts so he can get a free stun on him. And once again, this is spamming boomerangs. And I promise you, this is just as effective on Ultra V rated. It just takes more boomerangs. That's pretty much it. That's how broken they are. Utterly broken. 7 chapters in total, by the way, to the person who asked that in chat. Slight variation on Grand Bruce, who's got a little bit more health this time around. Throw some punches in there, use the boomerang for a quick stun. Very nice. Follow up with the Red Hot Kick. And more canceling. Very nice. And oh, the stylish finish, yes. Oh, taking him down with average Joe. I like it. I like it. Another Joe, put pressure on him again. Keep the pressure going. Oh, look at that. He's just walking right into your fist. I love it. It's always great when another Joe cooperates for a change. Ah, fantastic. All right, Fire Leo. I'm gonna give Mickey the floor on this one because sound is pretty important on this. Yes, yes. Fantastic. That's what I like to see. That's the good stuff right there. So, for Fire Leo, the deal is you got to put a fire aura on yourself.
Get it on!
You knock out the fire aura with Red Hot Kick. You knock out his aura, get the damage in, and then you dodge his attack 5 times in a row. Once you dodge his attack, you do a Zoom Stomp, Boomerang, and then Red Hot 100 canceling. And that knocks him out just like that. And you can do it in 1 cycle, too. So for Chapter 7. Chapter 7, we're going to start off with some pretty basic platforming. Get to the very top of the level as high as you can and do a Zoom Stomp and slow to make sure the button is set off. You got to make sure all 10 lights go off to make sure you activate the button. And you call it a day. First section is done. Second section, 2 tanks. Going to go ahead and hope that you get a decent spawn. Looks like you got a decent spawn to start off with. So 2 Cromarties. We use slow zoom punch and then slow zoom to stack the damage and follow up and take out the 3rd guy so the spawns in the next tank show up properly. Very nice. So because you only got 1 spawn, I'll use a bullet with slow zoom and then I'll use an enemy with slow zoom. Hi, crazy dude. And he'll head to this bottom of this pit. He'll take out a Metal Leo. So Metal Leos are different versions of Fire Leo, as you might expect. And he'll use the Circle of Life to get past the fire if it were to show up, but looks like there's no fire in that case. Very nice. 1, 2, 3. Call it a day. And we're moving on. Chapter 7-1 is donezo. 7-2. This is the last, I'll say, general fighting section of the game. So closing in on finish here. And what Mickey's going to try to do is gun for a secret set of infinite VFX in the background with Mach speed. Looks like he got it. Yep, easy. And now we can actually try to get through these enemies as quickly as possible. Deal with these gentlemen here. Knock them right out with some good old-fashioned fast fuse. And then deal with the Rosettas with Zoom Stomp to knock out their shield. Very nice. Ooh. And sometimes Rosettas don't feel like cooperating. And then we'll deal with these 3 Cromarties with the missile launcher, gun, and just 1 guy running it with fists. And then it'll hold Mach speed down to hit top speed on this platform. And this will be the last time you see Joker. And then there's 1 more set of slots for the game. Slow oddball ones where you actually have to use Mach speed. Only needs to get the V's, so no money needed. Now, for this next section, there are ships in the background that Mickey's got to take out. Typically, you have to use the missile launcher in the center, but what Mickey's going to do is take a shocking pink and throw it against the right-hand side of this launcher. So the after images from Mach speed will take out the ship on the right entirely, and most of the ship on the left. So he's going to try to time it to where the missiles attack the ship on the left, and looks like he's doing a great job so far. And there's 1 large ship that he has to deal with, 1 large red ship. The missile on the left-hand side will take out that ship, and then he can use Mach speed to take out the last one in the center. Very nice section, good stuff. Now there's some Metal Leos to take out. They actually have a key. Mickey's going to try to get the most out of Mach speed here to get the most distance with this platform. Good deal. In this case, Fire Leo with and without flame on his head, different attacks. Fortunately, with this difficulty, you don't have to deal with it. Pretty straightforward stuff. Just hit 3 times once you knock out the shield and call it a day. Pick up the key and moving on to this last section. So we have a tower to get through, 4 sections in total. And key is just take out all the enemies as quickly as you can. The key to this section is just knowing where the spawns are. There's also going to be some fast fuse usage as well. And sometimes if you're a little bit too far over, those enemies can drop off. Looks like Mickey nailed it though. And then I'll use Zoom Stomp to stun the Rosettas in place. Good deal. And then they're shaking in the boots right now. For For this case, take out some of the Cromarties as quickly as you can, and then Mickey's going to go to the top of this area to activate 2 big soldiers. He's going to force one of them into rock-on mode with an uppercut, because a standard uppercut will stun them. And then he'll use rock-on mode to quickly take out the rest of these enemies. That's where I say rock-on mode is like keeping a combo going. Very nice. For this next section, he's going to try to get the yellow gentleman to fall right in the center where he needs to be, and then fast fuse both of them. Very nice. And then he'll do the same thing with these 2 at the top as well on the left-hand side. But no fast fuse this time because he wants to give him a chance to drop. Ooh, that was fantastic. Very nice, very nice. He's got 1 more section to go. He's got 2 Metal Leos to deal with. Pretty straightforward stuff, nothing spectacular here to take them out. If you haven't noticed by now, 2 red hot kicks will take out the shield just like standard Fire Leo, nothing special there. And then he's going to head on out of this area. Okay. King Blue. So at this point in the game, there's a plot twist. I won't ruin it because I know everybody in here is going to go pick up a copy of Viewtiful Joe. That is not a paid advertisement. I just highly recommend the game, right? Right, chat? You're with me on that one? Anyway. King Blue is the sassiest villain in this entire game because he holds his hands on his hips when you consistently stun lock him with boomerangs. Because that's all you need to do for this fight, is stun lock him with boomerang. Look at that sass. Look at him. Just putting his hand. You want a piece of me? I do. Look at that sass. My God. And he's done. Easy peasy. And the last fight is against young Captain Blue. Let's see if Mickey can get the lockdown here. I'll just go silent for this one. Time is coming up when young Captain Blue is down, by the way. Beautiful. Time. Great job, Mickey. Good stuff, man. And there you go, folks. Viewtiful Joe.
Yes, indeedy. So, do we have time for a few shoutouts, or...? Okay, so I wanted to shout out Owen Treyhold. He was pretty much the speedrunning originator for this game. Also want to call out Matthew Matosis because he did a really excellent video expose on this game. Definitely go check him out. And then also very much want to express my gratitude towards Hideki Kamiya and the rest of Team Clover from back in the day for putting out an awesome game.
Right on.
Now for T-Man's part, basically.
So, mad props to Mickey for picking this game up because back in 2014 I was taking a look at this originally and I was looking at Owen's run. I went back, came up with the tutorial, by the way, because I know everybody watching is really excited to pick up this game for speedrunning now, right? I know you're all stoked. So, if you would like, there is a speedrun tutorial available for kids mode. Mickey also has a great video that updates all the 2019 tech, some of the stuff that's been new I couldn't cover, unfortunately, because the game's just very fast-paced. But what I would say is shout-outs to anybody who's, well, picked this up. So, Mickey, once again, great job. And I would also say that if you guys were out there right now, Captain Blue at the very end of the game mentions that there's 2 more threats that come out there. There's Viewtiful Joe 2, that's the first threat, but there's no Viewtiful Joe 3, so I'm not saying that maybe we should get a trend going for hashtag Viewtiful Joe 3, but that's just me. I don't know. I'm not really sure because this game is awesome. I'm a little biased, though. What can I say? If you are interested in the most updated runs, speedrun.com has the updated kids mode run and Ultra V rated as well. If you are an elite gamer who is only interested in the hardest of difficulties, Ultra V rated any % is available as well. Thank you for having me too. I appreciate it. And good luck to all of you with the remainder of the marathon.
Thank Fantasy runners and commentator, you can bop out. You can turn down your stream, you're all set.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that very beautiful run there, Mickey. We have a few donations we can read here. Nil Zero sends $25, and they say, Henshin a go-go. Jamie K sends $25 and says, Viewtiful Joe is such a bright, silly game during a time when we need it. It's a thrill to watch and has a special place in my heart. Thanks, y'all, for what you're doing. We also have a $10 donation from Commander who says, great to wake up and see all these beautiful people doing some amazing work. Let's start a $5 train. I've got 2 tickets, one for me and one for my wonderful girlfriend. Keep it up, GDQ. You guys are awesome. A reminder that this is Corona Relief Done Quick, powered by Twitch, put on by Games Done Quick. We are raising money for direct relief. They are helping to get medications and equipment to people who need it during this coronavirus outbreak. If you go to directrelief.org, you can actually find out more. Let's shout out some of our sponsors too while we're at it. Final Fantasy XIV Online. Final Fantasy XIV Online, free trial, allows you to play as many jobs as you want, up to level 35 with no time limit. You can join a welcoming community of over 18 million adventurers around the world. You can live your own story as the Warrior of Light, fighting to deliver the realm from certain destruction. Change jobs freely on the same character, no need to ever re-roll, and an endless depth of content even outside of battle. Housing, crafting, fashion, and the gold saucer, and more. And we will be right back. Don't go anywhere. We're going to play a brief Twitch ad, but we'll return with more awesome speedruns.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. This is Cartridge Blowers, your host for this upcoming block of games. Welcome back to Games Done Quick, powered by Twitch. We've got Super Meat Boy on the docket right now, but before we get to it, let me read you just a couple of donations. We've got $25 from JB235, who says, I'm an infectious diseases physician, and I'm very excited about the marathon. Thanks for helping us healthcare workers stay sane during this trying time. We appreciate it. Stay safe, stay home, and wear a mask when you can. Thank you, JB, for all that you do. And $100 from Franziska von Karma, who says, putting my stimulus check to a good cause. I'm getting over COVID, and this is an extremely important cause. Good luck to all the runners, and salutes to all the frontline healthcare workers. We love you. And I think we are just about set up, actually. So I'm going to go ahead and toss it over to Shredberg with Super Meat Boy.